Hello, Abnormal Investigations. We've just done a boots on the ground tonight, which is 9/17/2024, on the full moon with the eclipse, partial eclipse tonight. We ended up finding what I believe is a Sasquatch. I didn't find it, but our viewers did. It'll later be shared in our Monday set down breakdown show. There's a lot of photos that are coming in from a lot of you people, and a lot of you were I think very surprised. A lot of you were afraid and scared, and a lot of you seen more, you said, than what you wanted to see in the boots on the ground tonight. I had no idea that y'all saw the things that you seen until I got home, and the photographs just kept pouring in. I'm sure the audio will come in later as Mike is able to examine the video, but Patreon and YouTube members, you're really going to get a delight when you get these, because we did capture a Sasquatch, and it's going to be well worth your membership. You will get to see it first. And let's go ahead and get into this one. Don't forget, guys, Monday will be our set down breakdown over these boots on the ground. It'll be Monday night at 7:55 p.m. and hope to see everybody there. Let's get into this encounter, guys. We were three friends, Joseph, Carson, and I, who lived in West Tennessee. We had a curiosity for adventure and the unknown. One summer night, we decided to go hiking in a nearby field. Despite my parents' disapproval, the field was vast, with wheatgrass reaching up to our waists. We were prepared for coyotes and snakes, but not for what we encountered. Our experience that night changed every one of us forever. As we entered the field, the full moon lit our path. We walked for about 15 minutes before Joseph pointed out a massive paw print. It was too big to be a coyote or a wolf, and I knew it was something unusual. We examined it further and then decided to continue our hike. The feeling of being watched crept over us, but we dismissed it as paranoia. Little did we know, our lives were about to change. We sat at the base of the hill, Mike, taking a break when I decided to explore the top. That's when I saw the eyes, about 100 yards away, 4 feet above the wheatgrass. They blinked, and I knew it wasn't a coyote. My heart raced as I realized the creature was massive and unlike anything we had ever seen in this field. I signaled to Joseph and Carson, and they came to investigate. We were frozen in fear, unsure of what to do next. The creature let out a hair-raising howl, and the eyes disappeared into the wheatgrass. We knew we had to run, and our adrenaline kicked in. We sprinted back to my street, not stopping until we reached the last house. We looked back, and what we saw horrified us. The creature stood on 2 legs with muscular dog-like legs and paws, a huge torso, and the head of a wolf. It was covered in black fur with yellow eyes that pierced right through the darkness. We ran inside, locked all the doors and windows, and hid in my room. We peeked out the window, and the creature was gone. We knew it was still out there, probably watching us. We heard panting, things falling over, and heavy footsteps in my backyard. We didn't move until sunrise, too afraid to confront the creature. Our experience was too real to ignore. We told my parents what happened, but they dismissed it as a wild imagination. We knew what we saw, and it did change us. We didn't talk about it for a long time, but the memory lingered. I recently started going back to that field, but the feeling of being watched never left me. I'll never go hiking at night again, and I'll always remember those yellow eyes attached to that large Dogman head. The encounter left us shaken, and we couldn't shake the feeling that we was always being watched by this creature when we were out. We tried to move on with our lives, but the memory of that night lingered. We didn't talk about it, but it always was there, in the back of our minds. We knew what we saw, and it was something that was pure evil. As time passed, I started to go back to the field, but only during the day. I was always afraid that the creature was still out there watching me. I knew I had to confront my fears because I helped in the fields every year, and I knew that I couldn't be out there and be afraid. So I started to research paranormal creatures, trying to find an explanation for what I had seen. I read about werewolves, but they seemed like myths. I couldn't find anything concrete, but I knew what I saw was real. I was determined to at least come up with some answers. I went back to the field at night alone to try to confront my fears. I saw nothing, but the feeling of being watched was stronger than ever. I knew I had to be careful, but I couldn't just get rid of this feeling that this thing was watching me. As I dove deeper into the mystery, studying more and more and more, I knew that I had to be careful, but I couldn't stop. I had to know what was out there. I mean, when you see it with your own eyes, it's hard to say that they don't exist. I'm still searching for answers, but I know what I saw, and I know it was real. I'll never forget those eyes, and I pray that people do not just ignore these signs when they hear things out in the bush. These things are real. They hunt us, they look for us, and I believe they do kill us on occasion. Don't take these for granted. They are hunting you, and you are always on the menu. If you're reading this and you've had a similar experience, please come forward. Please say something in the comments. Let me know that I'm not going crazy. Thank you, one of your favorite viewers, John. Thank you for that, John. These creatures affect a lot of people in a lot of different ways. And you talk about the yellow eyes. And I've said, I believe the moon phases, the waning and the gibbous especially, is when they hunt. I believe that they do have those bars in their eyes, and they're able to use low light to also enhance their ability to be able to see, to where they have all their senses, which of course are a lot better than ours. Look at some of the creatures that hunt at night. What color are their eyes? Cat eyes? Yellow. What color is a rattlesnake's eyes? Just think about it for a while. These creatures that hunt in the night, they usually have yellow eyes. It's so they can reflect the light and be able to intensify their vision. These things are apex predators, day or night, guys. Always keep your head on a swivel. Don't be something's dinner. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.